Greetings, dear friends. Professor Moriarty is with you. Today we'll talk about that, how modern cocktails launder billions of dollars, how HYDRA did it, and how I do it. It will be very interesting. Such content. You won't find it anywhere. I remind you, all video shown is a work of fiction and has nothing to do with reality. Watch it like a movie with a glass of good wine. What is money laundering for? We recently sorted out how to protect yourself if you are running a shadow business, how to choose a country which will not extradite you to the law enforcement agency. But it's important to understand of such a country, and settling in it are necessary, so that your fabulous income can be explained, so that they are white and did not associate you with illegal activities. The legend says what is the term money laundering appeared in the 20s of the 20th century. That is, 100 years ago, when the Italian mafia in the United States of America started buying laundries en masse to legalize your income, but I'm not here for that, to tell you legends. Let's move on to more real things, money, which can be reached. Criminals have a difficult route before reaching the final destination, cartel owner's pocket. There are 3 stages in modern money laundering methods. First, placement. Illegally obtained money must be brought into the legal financial system, and do it like this, so that no one has any questions later, and even more so the desire to check strange operations. This can be achieved by dividing the common amounts from any small, and as a consequence of this, inconspicuous in the general flow of banking transactions. Professional bankers in their circle call this stage of smurfing. Historically, crowds of ordinary runners were called smurfs. Among methamphetamine addicts who went to buy cooking ingredients in different places and small volumes, so that as you yourself understand, it's more important not to attract too much attention. This term has taken root among those who launders dirty money. Second, layering. Name of this stage tells us about the need for layering each other as many different operations as possible by the flow of money from one state of aggregation to another. The more confusing the path of money is, the better. One of the best options, sale of art objects, is considered a purchase acceptable. They still complain to you auditors with a pressing issue. Where does so much money come from? To which you calmly explain how you once took a risk and bought a painting by one ultra-modern avant-garde artist, which later remained trendy, relevant. An increase in the price of his work was bought for $1,000 and sold for $1 million. So love for contemporary art and helped you become $1 million richer, by the way. The process itself is a pseudo-sale. An anonymous billionaire for a lover of blots is the third stage of washing integration. Modern ways to launder money. Bitcoin and NFT. I completely agree with those who thinks that carrying bags with dirty cash here and there. This is the last century. Why go somewhere live if you can just buy and resell in a couple of clicks for several $1 million pixelated gobbledygook? But what to do if you need to launder hundreds of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency, bypassing everything and KYC stranded checks? The simplest way, which our relatives now use to the fullest. Custodians from CIS countries. Massive purchase of real estate for crypto dollar. USDT in Dubai, Indonesia, Thailand, Turkey, on various islands. The scheme is very simple. You have a certain amount of funds in bitcoins. Nowadays there are a lot of mixers, as well as offices, involved in laundering dirty coins, clearly not ready to pass the enamel check. On crypto exchanges, guys will take it for a certain percentage. For example, Disappearances, when laundering $1 million, will be happy to provide you with a brand new wallet, clean cue ball, which will eliminate the possibility of your money being blocked when placing them on the crypto exchange. Worth choosing crypto laundry from already proven businessmen, and, of course, always check the link to avoid falling for phishing scams. Wave of the magic wand, and you already have pure bitcoins. Then the criminals convert Bitcoin to USDT. and then apartments are bought with this money. At the excavation stage, in installments for the duration of construction. No bank, no checks. After the facility is put into operation, its amount increases from 30 to 100%. And payment in installments smooths out the annoying amounts with indecent number of zeros. After construction is completed, property is either for rent or for sale. Repeat this procedure a sufficient number of times, and voila, you are no longer the head of a drug cartel, and the investor is a real estate entrepreneur. This scheme is most relevant for Dubai and Turkey, because there you can buy real estate in your name. For exotic countries like Thailand or Bali, the scheme is similar, but there are a number of nuances. You won't be able to buy real estate on your own. Here the criminals use either drop or a company to complete the transaction. Walrus in construction in Thailand reaches for 100%. God himself ordered to start construction. Final illegal scheme, which I don't recommend. This is what cash looks like in Russia, or crypto cash. Thailand company registration, purchase or lease of land, construction of real estate. There are more sophisticated schemes. They are hidden in the IT sphere. Few people know, but in Europe and the USA, there is a well-coordinated development studio to produce a product within a predictable time frame. Already great value. The cost of such studios varies from $3 to $30 million. And this is without product. If there is a product that works to zero, the amount increases. If the product makes a profit, the amount increases multiple. The diagram looks like this. Do you have cash? On them you assemble a studio of healthy, full of enthusiasm and desire to earn good money. Russian developers. Hire them a smart marketer, manager, and create any product. Everything depends here from your imagination and ability to evaluate the modern market. When the product is ready, take metrics and calculate unit economics. How much money will the product bring per dollar of investment? Depending on the results of the study, set a price and sell the studio. With investments from $100,000 to $500,000. For developer salaries, you get from $5 to $50 million. After the sale of the studio, the same Hindu. Expose yourself to the world like a respectable businessman who pays taxes. I don't recommend you break the law. This is not acceptable on YouTube. Don't do things like that. According to my sources, cartel owner in a black suit and mask launder money through banks. Every bank has off-balance sheet money, which he got black, transferred to the client by bank transfer, and I would like to wash them for myself and take profit. But I'll tell you about the implementation of the criminal scheme another time on this channel. Subscribe for new videos. Let's move on to the most interesting HYDRA. Certainly everyone is interested. How much did the former monopolist HYDRA earn? HYDRA, and where did all these untold riches end up? You may have noticed a lot of similar headlines on the internet, but they were all created maximum to attract audience to your channel. No one has provided reliable information. I will fix this situation, having up-to-date data and insights on hand. For the entire period of its activity, the three-headed creature earned about 35 billion. And this is if we take into account only commissions, fine, and payment for placement on the main page. But how was he able to launder such large sums? You ask. Became the main instrument for money laundering. Crypto exchange, Grantix, Mixer, Blender, RU, Wallets, Blender, Wallet.io, and Recode.io. Let me remind you that the AO Camel Blender is in flight at the same time, which eliminates all doubts regarding the tandem of these two projects. I'll tell you more than a blender and was a guitar project. Want a safe mixer? Money launderer? Create yours here, it's simple. In addition to these major projects, a whole network of small exchangers, in conjunction with a mixer completely confusing the trail, seemingly having so much money from the owners. It would be stupid not to open your own legal business, in case one of them suddenly, one day, I would wake up and decide to start life from scratch. But the absence of fear is safe, and the desire to increase dirty money into even larger sums did the job. One of the white businesses was manufacturing, with cursors in Europe, for subsequent export to Russia and production. What do you think? Of course, HYDRA's favorite product, Alpha PVP. I already told you about this in one of previous videos. The rest of the money went to support infrastructure, an expensive yacht of one of the owners, and just for a bright and luxurious life. However, in April of 2021, all this unbridled extravaganza, the end has come. Users were informed that German intelligence services seized the servers. The performance is over. The curtain is over. But one question remains unanswered. What did the owner of the crypto exchange Garantex know? Russian entrepreneur Stanislav Drugalev, found dead in Dubai in 2021 on the 7th of February. As the official cause of death, the fall of Stanislav Drugalev is reported from a bridge at a road junction in Dubai. However, events which led to the death of a businessman is still being investigated by law enforcement. Location of personal belongings and electronic devices, Stanislav Drugalev, still unknown. Consequences of the closure of the three-headed marketplace affected another well-known Russian crypto exchanger, ZooX. In September 2021, the U.S. Treasury, for the first time in history, introduced sanctions against the cryptocurrency exchanger, whose homeland is Russia. According to U.S. authorities, ZooX team took an active part in money laundering marketplace HYDRA, against which the U.S. also imposed sanctions. In 3 years, $481 million passed through the platform. More than 40% of the transaction on the platform associated with criminal activity, added by the department. Now you are aware how the HYDRA guys laundered money, and what did it ultimately lead to. People make mistakes, but over time these same mistakes turn into experience for other people. Laundering. Important to understand. You answer with your means and even with your life for your client's money. It doesn't scare you, and you still decided to try yourself in this domain. Then my advice to you, think again. Of course you are all interested. How do they wash it? Money from Mega. So the day has come when I tell you all the secrets of my brainchild's laundry. It's simple. Initially, dirty bitcoins are credited to the account, after which they... just kidding. What the hell are dirty bitcoins from a file sharing service? Thank you for watching, my dears.